So, good morning, everyone, one and all present here. I am Dia Amisar, a student of DCBS, welcoming you all in this program. I'd like to call upon our officiating dean, Mr. B.R. Sharma, to address us with his speech.
By start of
Namaste, good morning.
And funding down by incubator, they're asking,
welcome once again to you. And namaste,
any government seat
Professor Rekha ji, also namaste to you also.
We are mentioning that to alumni we are.
I am in another meeting, so I would request Shanta Mishra ji to continue. Thank you very much. I am in some urgent meeting. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, no problem, sir. Thank you so much. Now I'd like to invite our honorable upcoming HOD, Mrs. Rekha Singhal ma'am, to come upon the stage and address us.
Ma'am, can you click the unmute button on your screen? Okay.
Yes, I'm doing it. Yeah. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the session of Professor Ryo Takahashi. Let me good morning him by speaking again in Japanese, and he'll correct me if I'm wrong. How do you pronounce Ohio? Is it correct? Right. So good morning, and it's a series, and we are really thankful for the professor for agreeing to our request. And last time also I was fortunate to attend the complete session. This time probably I'll not be able to continue through the entire session because of my other engagements in my present responsibility. So I'll be there for some time and then I'll discontinue. And today's theme, as all of you know, is related to the evidence of consciousness, a contemplative research methodology in Buddhist tradition and in the Japanese culture. So thank you, sir, for accepting the request. Thank you to Professor Shanta for organizing this. Deepika is always as a backbone, is behind the scene, and many thanks to the students. I'm really happy to note one thing, which is very, very, probably all of you will suffer with that. I'm punctual in terms of seconds, and I'm known throughout my career, 35 years, that I managed second to second, not minute to minute time. And I'm happy to note that all of you do follow that without any pressure. So I'm really happy to see how you are organizing and your interest in the subject. So once again, on behalf of my personal behalf, as well as Sri University and Department of Behavioral and Contemplative Sciences, I welcome each one of you for the very interesting session. And I hope you will have a good interaction to satisfy your queries, questions, inquiries which comes in your mind. So thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to interact and meet once again to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Dia, excuse me, ma'am. Professor Girishwar sir has joined us. Dia, please welcome Girishwar sir.
Okay, ma'am. So thank you so much, Rekha ma'am. It's our honor to be with you, ma'am. And I welcome Professor Girishwar Mishra sir. Thank you for joining the program, and I'd like to invite you on the stage to say something, sir.
I think we are meeting with our new colleague, Professor Rekha Singhal, and as a part of this group, I extend a warm welcome to her. We hope that the program of studies, which tries to blend psychology with contemplative studies, has immense scope to realize our dream to have a culturally rooted psychology and appropriate psychology, which has potential to help humanity. I'm saying this because the contemporary scenario under COVID pandemic has very clearly indicated that the model of development, the ideals of materialism, the practices of consumerism have limitations. They are not going to solve the problems. And there is tremendous pressure to redesign the pattern of individual life, community life, and how we are going to interact with the environment. So I think this very clearly indicates that we have to redefine things. Perhaps the model of man which has been prescribed and taught in traditional psychology, that is what has been being done and which is being followed, is flawed. It has certain, clear limitations, and we have been not showing any concern with those limitations. Under these circumstances, the program that we are thinking to have within this scheme of psychology and contemplative studies has a potential. And I'm sure that with the collective wisdom, with additional faculty, the kind of experience which she has with working with people in forests, people in different countries, in different localities, and also with the policymakers. She has been negotiating and she has taken up several projects in that area. So her experience will certainly help to create an interface between psychology and society. And this program also extended to the domain of self and consciousness. Well, self and consciousness are not simple concepts, they are quite complex. And as we know that they require patience, they require self-exploration and learning. It's not that you have received a list of things you go and buy. You do it, you learn it. Even simple performing yoga will require you to take it up, to bring it within your life. You have to practice, only then you can experience. So I think this aspect has tremendous scope, and this is the exact thing which is missing in the traditional courses of psychology which are run in various departments. It's unfortunate that the pandemic has created a situation where the practical aspect, the training which should be there, and I hope situation will change and there will be a possibility to practice and to learn these aspects of contemplation. I also want to make it very clear that the idea of contemplation that we have incorporated in our program is slightly larger. For example, you can engage in contemplation in a variety of ways. It comes to our mind that Gandhi is one of the most clear examples of contemplation in social life. He practiced contemplation and he related that. He formulated his possibilities, he practiced that. And so there is no very hard and fast line between social and personal. If you look at Gandhi, which is a very clear example of such practice. He says that I'm a spiritual man, and he practices what we call ahimsa, satya. These ideas are not mere ideas, are abstract notions. He was able to nurture them in practice. He asked people to observe those things. So you must have only that much which is required by you. Aparigraha, keeping things which are not needed, is something wrong. In fact, you are, cheating. If you are taking things more than what you need, it's cheating. So I think it's very crucial to recognize the role of these variables which seem to be, very remote or maybe less practical. I think that's most practical. Today in the pandemic situation, everybody is required to stay at home. In Yoga Sutra, if you read, I think all of you know the 8 stages, 8 limbs of yoga. And if you recollect that, you will find there is one which is called pratyahar. That is withdrawal of, sensory engagement. So you have to live in your house. You have to interact in a limited way. You need to rethink and redo. Perhaps this may regenerate. It may provide something very powerful to heal and to grow and to develop. I just thought that I should share these ideas which indicate that in some way the challenges that we are facing in contemporary time, the situations which are there, they can be translated into some kind of opportunity to refresh you and to organize yourself in a better way and to prepare for life. So I once again welcome Professor Rekha and hope that with her participation, this program will grow and achieve its goals. So I will stop here. Thank you very much.
Professor Santa Mishra ma'am to address us.
My hearty welcome to you all to this auspicious occasion. I am really thankful to Professor Girishwar Mishra ji, Professor Rekha Madam ji, and Professor D.R. Sharma sir, our appreciating dean, to be with us. And really they are the noble, very kind to be with us, even if they are having, there are many more busy schedules. Sharma sir is also in one important meeting, even though he is in that meeting, still then for 2 to 3 minutes I have requested, sir, please come. So sir has given us his valuable time. So we are really thankful to him. Also, I am really delighted to see our gem of psychology, Professor Girishwar Mishra sir. And thank you, sir. You are amongst us. Rekha Madam is also with her very much busy schedule because she is now leaving the university and will join us on 7th. And I am really thankful to Professor Ryo Takahashi sir. Again, I am welcoming you to this auspicious occasion, to this orientation program on Buddhism as practiced in Japan and India, a contemplative issues. And we have already started. We have already started that session beforehand, and today we will discuss about the subtheme on the evidence of consciousness in contemplative research methodology in Buddhist tradition and in Japanese culture. I should not take more time to say, because already we are having late, and Professor Takahashi, the great personality who is very renowned in the world for his gerontological issues, for his Japanese culture and many more things, and you will be delighted to hear Professor Takahashi, sir. And I really, sir, I am thankful to you. I will be here. And in the last session, what you have told about many more important things like Leonardo da Vinci, our Arun Tagore, our Radhakrishnan, the consciousness, and how to build up the consciousness, how to refresh the mind, and many more things you have enlightened our students. And thank you very much, sir, to be with us. Now over to Professor Ryo Takahashi. Sir, namaste, sir. Dear?
Thank you so much, ma'am. Lastly, I'll take the pleasure to invite the Honorable Ryo Takahashi, sir, a professor of Japanese University, namely Sendai University. As Rekha ma'am and the Santa ma'am has already mentioned, but I'd like to repeat that today he's gonna enlighten us on the topics of Buddhism as practiced in Japan and India, a contemplative issue, under which he'll also be covering the evidences of consciousness and contemplative research methodology in Buddhist tradition and Japanese culture. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Thank you for your comment. It was a very enjoyable and intellectual message which I have to go through. First of all, I was waiting for you on Google Classroom for a long time, but it was not on the program. I was invited again to this program. So I hope that you have gone through that. I have provided the information on that Google Classroom. Have you ever seen that message each other, the profile, and any information you have gone through? Can you put that your hand on this site if you go through? You can raise a hand on that things. So what I want to do first is before going to a lecture, we have to go to reviewing. Actually, this is a concept of the Buddhism philosophy. We call that the terminology from the Bushido. Have you ever seen that samurai before? Do you know samurai? This is a Japanese warrior. We call samurai. Samurai mean to protect boss who serve for all people. So we call that the martial arts in English though. Bushido is not as well we use that martial arts because it is start from that philosophy, how to live, how to communicate among the people. So Bushido is not fighting, but protecting. That is originally came from Buddhism. But sometimes we have a misunderstanding. Buddhism, Shintoism are different. Actually, before World War II, Buddhism and Shintoism are all united in Japan. Why is that? If things will be separated as a professional you may be able to use an authorization, because going through that national license examination, or we'll say if we are in the university, you have PhD, you are called as a doctor. Who made such degree? That is by man. Doctor, professor, any other top of the pride title is not necessary for all human nature. So now we call that level of that each positioning of martial arts, we called, you may know that you have a black belt for karate, judo, kendo, taekwondo, any other martial arts. You show that, like I show you. This is a judo's post. How we use, last time we show you indigenous people's cross. Now here is a judo martial arts. You may see this way. Sendai University mark, because I'm also black belt here. So black belt is this way, and show this way. Then this way, see. This is the way of judo. Even there is a under, we use this one. So this is a kind of showing myself, I practice judo. But why judo started? It was started by Jigoro Kano. You may go through the website, Jigoro Kano, who organized first Tokyo Olympics. So this year, actually last year, Tokyo Olympics supposed to be held, but it was canceled due to the coronavirus. So at least within 6 days, Tokyo Olympics is planning here in Japan. But what is the purpose for the Olympics? Simply peace and friendship, not fighting. So we have to go to that fundamental understanding why we are learning of Buddhism as a title is announced. What is the meaning of Buddhism? Buddha. Anybody can answer, what is the Buddha mean? Waking up eyes. People who has a waking up eyes and action. That is simply Buddha's name origin came from. What is the mean waking up? That is not waking up at the 6 o'clock a.m. or 4 o'clock a.m. No. Waking up mean we may be able to synthesize whatever, whenever, what we need to do, be inspired toward to the action. So there is a very important Buddhism, even judo, kendo, any other martial arts. That terminology called Zanshin. Zan mean remain in Japanese, or Chinese character or Kanji character, we can write Zan. Shin mean soul or heart or spirit. So Zanshin mean remained spirit. What is mean remained spirit? When you start something on that waiting line for bank or buying ticket or any case you can see for shopping, you can get as soon as possible to achieve your dream. That will go to selfishness. You want to get than other people by killing, by fighting, or any other reason. You can do it with some purpose. But Zanshin, which came from Bushido, is not do like that. We'll wait until people show what they want to. There is a bamboo sword in Kendo, but before that, it was a real sword, which can kill, really. Katana. Japanese katana is very, very sharp because it has been created by hitting stones, hitting many times rapidly. Finally, it won't break up anymore. That's showing that life itself. When you have a stress or hard life, people, including myself, giving up. We cannot do any more. But Zanshin is originally came from method of yoga or Zen, which we talk next day, tomorrow. Zanshin is even we are always ready to see your face. I see now Anta's face on that screen. I'm watching you, your face, you are like this. I'm observing you face to face. But what I'm seeing you is not your face. I'm seeing you, your eyes of heart, not your eyes of heart. I'm watching you. Even we cross the eye, we use the terminology hangan. Han in half, gan is eyes. We don't totally cross the eyes, but we open very small, as if like we can see that the shadow from the window. Then we try to see from heart. Then waiting. And Shabu is coming or not? Please come. Please come. Waiting for you. And Shabu also waiting. What do you want? Please, please. Then I shall come. I will go. This is a Zanshin. Like a fishing. Usually people think that when we go through first, getting first, then next one. But waiting time will give in that more strength and energy with observation. That is going to that theory of soul, which it was introduced by Dr. Santa Misra last time. Soul, S-O-U-L. S is acronized of C. C is a CO screen. I can see Dr. Santa Misra, Antab, Gashima, Dr. Misra, Mugaski. You gave me very good comment. Thank you. You mentioning about journal, how to write, And you might be even you didn't write your name on the comment. Maybe you are writing about too good. Like you can learn so good, right? Maybe. I want to get your comment from you as well, because your comment is very helpful for all of us as well. And I see Antina, Swati, many other, you guys, Aditya, Deepa, Suahaji, Hashabata, Askey, Daniela, Deepika, Javier, Sharaha, Nista, Esther, Sharada, Nista, Esther, Puppet, Nibu, Rita. I can see other name, but if it's all, maybe everybody. Why I call all name of you is every single of you is very important. I'm not talking about group. I'm talking you individual way. Otherwise, the feeling is not going directly. Even we may be 1 vs 21 or 30 or 1,000, it depends on your decision. Whether you made a decision to do 1 vs 1,000 or more than that to achieve the goal with Zanshin spirit. You don't think you do first. You do wait until all 1,000 people has been done everything. Waiting, waiting, waiting. That is giving you the power of meditation. Meditation, it seems like a very quiet, nothing is happening, but that requires a very strong energy. If you are ready, you won't be able to get such energy. Where you get, unless you knowing this, you cannot get it. That answer came from last lesson. It has been almost Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You remember when we met first time? I forgot. But Monday I remember because Professor Santa Mr. asked me last Sunday, 8:30 p.m. I remember. Then next day, asked me to do so. Because it was not easy things for me to do. It was very stressful. But why I did it? Santa asked me to do so. She needs help. That's why I decided, not for myself, because Santa asked me. So what is the response? What is the conclusion? What is the reward? Which came from your message. I was hoping to work with Google Classroom, which I work with students at Senda University, you know, because you put in the register the name, that is easy, but at the moment, 3 p.m., Professor Santa Misra called me, what's up? Where are you? Are you ready? I'm ready. Where are you? Everybody waiting. I was waiting too. So now we're here, but reviewing time is more important than listening right now from my message, because if you review well, you may be able to get more important message through your own inspiration too. That is that Buddhism came from waking eye you have to have at the first time. Instead, you might be expected Buddhism in Japan. What is the history? how Buddhism came from China, but from India, which sect is existed, and so on. Easily you can see, go to Wikipedia. You can get any idea as much as you want to instead of my talk. But you cannot get from Wikipedia, from my soul guidance, directly individual to you. But how we can prepare? As I share with you, I have to go back from my journal, what I share with you. How is that? 21 students. How is that after listening, how you have applied, what do you have learned from the date? When is the date? I don't remember. That's date show May 24th, 2021, Monday. I have in my journal. So since last time we met, I'm talking about Buddhism right now. I'm talking about Buddhism in the philosophy. How you have prepared what I have learned from May 24th will be existed to show what you have learned for every single day. So I can witness, I testify to you as I talk to you as an invited person and a friend. I'm not lying to you. I'm not talking to you as a professor. I'm not talking to you as a doctor. I'm talking to you as a man and as your friend. So this May 24th. Next page. May 25, 26, 27, May 27. May 29, May 30, May 31st, June 1st, this morning, from June 2nd, this paper, this paper, this paper, this paper. So how many pages I have gone through? That is 125 pages to 145, May 20 pages for my inspiration. I'm not writing what I did, only what I have learned, what I have searched, what I have been inspired, which very important message is within this journal. You can review how you can get energy to share with others. You can share what you have prepared within since May 24th. It's an easy, simple answer, right? Meditation is not just closing eyes. Be quiet. Meditation requires energy. Sometimes I wake up 2:30 to write the journal because I feel I have to keep on that thing what I have learned. Because the way to learn is not robot calendar, like a schedule. Monday we do this, Tuesday we do this, Thursday we do this, Friday we use curry, like that. We are living human beings. if we follow into the direction that we supposed to go Google Classroom, what was happen? Nothing is happening here, right? 24th also same. If we cannot connect with you, nothing will be happening. So when we have something happening, we have to be ready for the next, and the next. So we talk about principle understanding of Buddhism, but we talk you next things, very important and very difficult to understand for somebody. For thinking about logical understanding will be difficult. I give you that word, which is a very, very well-known story of Japan, of human life, which is Ubasuteyama. Ubasuteyama. It is on the movie title, Ubasuteyama. What does it mean? Uba mean grandmother. Sute mean throw. Yama mean mountain. What does it mean? When you turn on the 70 years old, you are ready to be carried on to the top of the mountain to be a food for animals. You are no value anymore after 70. So you have to leave from house. So family member carry the grandmother to the top of the mountain without food anymore. That means to say goodbye. When I visited St. Peter University for preparing international conference in 2011, when we have a great tragic disaster was happening in Japan, March 11th, 10 years ago. Thousand people died through tsunami, earthquake, any other things. Still, many people has a very pain injury of their heart. Do you remember of your family members who lost 10 years ago, last year, 3 years ago? Can you forget of your parents, of your children, of your father, your mother? Because of them, we are here to live. This Ubasuteyama story is when son, around 40 years old, the time came to carry the mother to the top of the mountain. After ceremony, very sacred audience was proceeded, wearing white clothes to show symbolism, to offer all life to God. Then son carry on his back, climbing the mountain to mountain to mountain. He respect mother very much because he guided how to live to son. But when he was carrying on mother, she blocked that wood, small wood branch, go to maybe 50 meters each branch, many times branch. son thought that, oh, my mother is same woman, general woman. She's weak. She tried to express she's strong, humble, faithful, well, but she losing her life. She want her life. She want to live. I'm disappointed as son of my mother. Well, but she has continuing breaking branch. Then arriving to top of the mountain. Snow was coming. Then Sun expressed, goodbye, mother. I learn you are just human being. Mother said, son, I checked sign, not losing the way to return to home. Watch carefully. You can go home safely. Okay? He woke up, his eye and heart. Mother, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I'm very sorry. You are my mother with respect. Mother, please come back to my home. She said, no, I'm all right. Do not worry. Take care of yourself and your family. He cried, and returned home. When you think about the story, simply, you cannot read inside of the heart. That is a zanshin. We are standing, I'm standing over you as like a fighting. But this means I'm standing you not to be injured, not to be hurt. You should be happy. I'm here, that is a reason. This we call not love, but charity, more deep concern of the people, which is the fundamental philosophy of Buddhism. But is that all of Buddhism? As I talk to you, Japan is now, as mentioned on the title, talk about Shintoism, Buddhism. In Japan, there are no divided understanding. All are united, universe. So we are not categorized. As you visit to Japan in the future, you can go to Buddhism temple, Shinto shrine, you can visit, but carefully observe for all area. You see Buddhism temple next of Shinto shrine. You can see visited to Buddhist temple next to Shinto shrine. What does it mean? Everything was the same. Political power divided, not to use the real power, but only intellectual things. Because if people use such power for authoritative people, they cannot manage what they want to. As Dr. Misra introduced, any other professor introduced, materialism is giving you that misconception, misunderstanding of our world. how we can use this theory is going back to that ancient history, which has been reduced or deleted by purpose. That's why we have to study not only from textbook, but also do research by yourself to go to real history, to go to that realistic things, which won't be in the sale textbook. You have to really search to asking the people to people. As I explained to you how I may be able to reach out to the man by Tagore, I couldn't meet to give explanation what Tagore gave lecture at Andhra University. Nobody gave me answer. But I am a stranger though. I try to contacting. Sometimes go to Delhi, go to Santaniketan. I did because I want to know the truth. Because Rabindranath Tagore loved and respect Japanese culture. He visited at least 4 times to Japan. First time he was very welcome because he got a Nobel Prize. Second time also he was welcoming. Third and fourth time, he was stoning. Never come to Japan by some Japanese. Why? He said, why you throw your culture? Why you build up the high building? Why you think about foreign countries? Why you become Americanized? You have a wonderful nature, culture. Please do not throw away. You have a beautiful culture, history, people. You have to going back to Japan. Japanese people. Some people who don't understand what Tagore is saying never come to Japan. They misunderstood what Tagore was explaining to Japanese people because he knew more Japanese culture than Japanese people. That's why he made invitation for judo professional, flower professional. Many people were invited who are very expert to Santaniketan, where Tagore owned that university from private, now you know, National University. As you visit to Tagore House, you can see such things. That is mean, even you are saying you are India, are you really India? Are you really understanding your background with history? It will depend on how you may be able to use your energy for peace and harmony for all people. What do you know? Depend on, all you know mean, whatever you know is all you know. But sometimes beyond of the history, which has deleted, people is existed because of the different understanding of that history on the earth. So before Shintoism and Buddhism was existed, there is, you can write down, Shugendo. Shugendo. So that is real power was used. Something like medical doctor, teacher for everybody, scientist, economist, everything he has such power. As we divide it now, you're a medical doctor, lawyer, economist, anything else. Why is that? Curriculum required to go through to get the credit to qualify to be a degree of that particular major. So that is internationally integration or different professionals. Why you divide it? Because it is difficult to do everything. But as you wish, you can learn as much as possible as Professor Santa Misra is doing. Do you understand? No, she going through that PhD and other things and going retired, but still welcomed to Sri Sri University because she is qualified to do that. That's why even you have a goal to graduate from university, that is not goal. How you can use that principle what you have learned toward the future is more important. So I will talk to you, Shugendo, what is this? Even Japanese people, our students don't know. We use expression in the word, you are horafuki. Write down horafuki. You are horafuki. Japanese people, almost everybody understand you are horafuki mean you are liar. You are liar. Why? Hora mean special shell instrument. You might see there is India as well for those who are chief or very special person who be inspired. Go to Hawaii, Israel, any other country has such symbolism, not instrumental, which used for God communication. I brought you to show Hora guy. I'll show you. This is a Hora. You know? How you do is when we call to God, to mountain, we do this. I don't pray louder. People may surprise, you know. But I don't know, this time, maybe you cannot hear. Last time I prayed to you, but you could not hear, maybe. But this is a way to communicate with God. Why people say horafuki is, people cannot use this instrument. They cannot pray. That's why. That means even you have a laptop, you say this is a good laptop, but do you know how to use it? People cannot use. That is a horafuki. So laptop blower. That's me. You know, you have to use your own instrument. That means you have to use yourself. Do you know who you are? Do you know what quality you have? Do you know what wonderful ability you have? Do you know that thing is horafuki? That's why Murugashi wrote, I want to know where I'm from, why I'm living, where we are going, the purpose of life. If we seek who I am, we may be able to see what we should do to achieve what we want to know, directly point to point to point to point to point by inspiration, not for guideline, which made by people. That's why it depends on we are learning same time on the line right now. We are ability or the thing to learn is not same. Everything is important. That's why I share with you on that feedback of a comment. Have you go through that comment? Do you? Okay. Anya is nagging. And have you ever checked that the profile of your friends? Some of them send me, thank you very much. We could get to know each other. You know, sometimes people think that you are a student, you should know each other. But I don't think so. That's why I share with you. So even you are staying in a different house, we can share who we are. Not the perfect way, but at least without nothing, we understand that who we are, what we can learn, right? This is the way of Zanshin within that Buddhism philosophy before being separated to Shintoism and Buddhism. That way, when you are inspired to do something to do, you have a choice. You do make action or just wait or forget. Depend on. You have a freedom. No force. We are human beings. We have a right to mistake. We have a right to forgive. We have a right to love. We have a right to accept. This is the principle of the teaching of Buddha. Buddha did not make religion at all. Buddha did not write any doctrine or Bible at all. His disciples have kept a record what they have learned. We may be able to, some of them wrote, differentiate with Shintoism among the Buddhism and Shintoism as well. I would say, if you go to depths of understanding of Hinduism, you reach out the commonality, common understanding. But if you just trust in that scripture, you may not be able to reach out that point, but really want to know. That's why when I have a coming to judgmental mind something, I try to throw away such judgmental mind. Throw away. Then try to get in that the information without judgmental understanding until coming to that understanding heart in deep way. That's why there is a many sects of Buddhism, Shintoism. Within that Shintoism also existed. Go to that very, very fundamental principle. You may be able to understand that. But how to do? I talked to you about journal and a little bit about family history. You know that. But how you can show, as I show you, I show you from May 24th to June 2nd today, only a few days. But I will show you how we can reach out more hundreds of years back. This is the family history which I've searched. going back to 645 AD. I have another scroll going to this way. This is a family history. Why I have found? I asking our family neighbors, mother side also have a father, the mother, right? Father side also the mother, the father, right? Going to the next father and mothers, father's mothers, unless I cannot find any more. I did all things. Then all information, not only paper, all data is within that computer. Even on the iPhone, I can show the date of marriage day of my father, mother, when they died, even grandfathers, mothers, go to that back. Here. See, you can Google to family research on the website. You can go to that program. My mother asked me here like that, family research. My mother asked me, when is my brother's birthday? I cannot mistake for official reason. You can see, family. Then when I click, like my father, click, there is father's information. So data-wise, scientifically, I can reply wherever I am, even another from network, internet as well. So this is a scientific understanding as well, not for emotional things, logical understanding. This is another way to be inspired to serve for others. But that is not ending. I have this information. Going back to Adam and Eve. How human beings start. So we cannot use India, Japanese, America, England, and so on by going back to the history. So you understand that we are brothers and sisters, right? Because India history is also 1947, 8, Japan independent, America independent, very few years back only, right? But before thousand history in India is not like that. We have to really go to that real history of our country, may be able to reach out among that all related things. That is that kind of understanding of the Buddhism, Shintoism, any other things. That way, once we give that the total freedom, we cannot stop the people because they go beyond of the understanding. That's what will be happening. very, very careful. Because you know than teacher. Teacher cannot work. But why I'm free is, I'm not talking as a professor. I'm talking as a friend. It's free, right? Very easy. Because we can share whatever we have, share with you. Then I learn from you. So I'm so happy what you have written. This is today's very important message. I want you to go to what you had expected today, first of all, before I give you this message. You may be able to reach out what you want to, going to that what we have shared today. So go to review from your first message, then today what you have learned, then give me message for me. Then those who coordinate, please send back to message so that I'll be ready for tomorrow. So that means you give me homework. Teachers, I'll be a good student, all right? Then we'll be able to share together. So finally, I will give you introducing my friend who gave me phone today. Two of them really love me very much. One of them is Mr. Atsuo Horikawa, who is Kendo master. He maybe 2 weeks, once or 2 weeks, he give me phone around 5:30 a.m. He know I wake up 4 a.m. But he think that 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. may be time to communicate with him. He gave me again message. Did you get the message? He said, no. He always send me what he has written for his book. He want to give his life to me, whatever he has, because he think, he believe, I'm qualified to work for the world, not only Japan, but for the world. He believed that. That's why he gave me this one. This came from top of the pyramid in Egypt. This is, you cannot touch, but this is not stone. This is very heavy because more than thousand time of Noah. Do you know Noah? Very big flood was happening for all the earth was within the underwater. That time, the stone was existed. So now you can see sound. This is not wood. This is really very strong things. So she shared with that what I share with you, Narayama Bushko. That's why I was inspired to share with you. Next thing, Mr. Kihei Kikuchi. Mr. Horikawa is 81 years old. And Mr. Kikuchi is 86 years old. He phoned me. How are you, Mr. Ryo? I'm fine. He has no education for English because he couldn't go to school because he's poor. But when he was around 27 years old, he went to high school. Then reading the dictionary, English dictionary, he mastered English. Then he work his own business. He make this emblem. You see, beautiful emblem. Very beautiful. He's still working at the age 86 years old. And I asked him today. We talked around 9 o'clock. I have a session at the 3 p.m. with the student and the professor at the Sri Sri University, which is a very, very special university. Because he told me he want to visit Sendai University to share his experience and the knowledge with students. But I said, I'm sorry, university is closed. It is not easy to go into the campus. But I have a special program this afternoon. If you're all right, could you send you your profile? I already put in the Google Classroom. You can go through. Please go through his introduction. You know, I said deadline should be noon time because afternoon we'll be ready for that class for Sri Sri University. But he sent me maybe 3 times through internet with attached file. I couldn't receive the email from him. I phoned him. Did you send email? Yes, he said. I didn't get it. Please send again. I asked 3 times, but email didn't arrive to me. So I asked him, please print out to send by fax so that I can scan in, then put into that Google Classroom to introduce you to my friends. So this is a fax I got. Why I share with you is, think of yourself at the age 86 years old, what you're doing. 86 years old. If you're willingly to serve for others, you still may be able to give the opportunity to improve yourself. Tell you, this is the teaching of Buddha. Okay? Teaching of Buddha is not religion. This is the teaching of how to live, how to communicate. Unless you're looking for the doctrine and history only, you won't be able to get it. But you really need to gain from that foundation of understanding. So I hope you go through his introduction. You know, he wrote today within 2 hours for you. Really for you. Because he wants to share with you on the website, here online. That is his purpose. If you are willingly to invite him, please let us know. If he is ready, as a Zanshin, he is waiting. Wow. You know, because he loved me very much. He wanted me to grow. That's why he wants to share even 86-year-old. Such friends I have. My friend is more than 80 years old, you know. This is my friends. Make such friends to go to elderly persons with respect heart to listen to them. They'll open up their heart to share with you what they don't share with others. That is a secret and sacred message with you. Respect your parents. Respect your great-grandparents. Respect your ancestors. That will be giving you the blessing from heaven as you are giving us that option. I thank you very much. So from now, any question? Actually, I want to contact by reading your comment, but this is a way for that understanding for that program. So I'm looking forward to message from you. Thank you very much.
Sir, I have a question. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So when you were talking about that Buddha means waking up eyes and action, so you explained what is a waking up, but I couldn't grasp that. So can you please explain that again, the waking up part? What exactly does it mean?
That is, symbological understanding. If we try to logical understanding, people may not understand. That means that we're going to the related the Zen's way to understand. I will sleep. That means I'm still sleeping, but I'm waking up. Listen to you. Because sometimes I close the eyes, people think Ryo Takahashi is sleeping. But as you go through the study of Professor Santa Misra of sleep study and meditation, when you try to go to sleep, very moment before sleep, you are sleeping brain wave going to reach out that very silent period. Then going to that idea, not brain, more interactive understanding, being inspired what you want to do, like something like a dream. So you have to develop the ability, this is the dream or inspiration. This needs to be trained to understand. Sometimes we try to too much to think about, but that time you need to rest your brain. As I explained last time, you need to relax, totally relax, as if like sleep, but not sleep. So your brain is ready to wake up your mind instead to wake up your eyes. So that kind of things is be increasing that understanding. Well, what is mean waking up? Awaken up mean is to understanding of heart. Understanding heart is a level of understanding of heart. First of all, I listen, understand. Second way is understand with your contents. Third, understand with that you are expressing. Fourth, understand with that nothing to do through observation. Fifth, nothing to do. We just be peace in our heart. Sixth, we are unity. We are same. This kind of sixth level, there are level scale of understanding. Even you use the same vocabulary. That's why that is going to that waking up also same. I see you, but I see your heart, even though you're smiling. You are sad, right? I can feel your heart. Don't be smile, you don't need smile. All right? I understand you. That way. Even I can say, I can hear the word, even though you are not talking. You are happy, right? Right. So that will become to the way to communication of the waking of your eyes. Eyes mean three things: physical eye, emotional eyes, and spiritual eyes. So this is a symbolism within within eyes. You can see sometimes in the Egyptian history, Buddhism history, Christianism. You can see from the structures observation was one eye to see everything from that heaven. So this is a symbolism. Even we can see eyes, but we have if we contrast that special eye here, you will be able to feel with understanding. So this is the meaning of that understanding, our heart with eye, with awakening.
Thank you, sir. So, I don't know, mesmerizing to know about this.
Anybody has anything to ask?
So I have another question. So I have got many answers for this, but I was never satisfied. So I've always seen Buddha in something like this position, or I don't know, this. So what does it symbolizes?
Yes. Actually, there is a scientific method. You can go to O-ring method. O-ring, you know. This is a scientific things. For example, if you can examine from under the light, you see the light, right? You go to directly from that light, under light. Then you do O-ring, you make O-ring this way. Then you put here cash card or magical card here. Then O-line, you can open, try to open the between fingers. Once you put that magic magnet card, easily you open, even though you try to stitch, but under the light, the magnet, power is losing. You see that right magnet taking off the power. That kind of power has been learned from the ancient time, not scientific things before that. That's why even many hand structure is exist though. This is the old thing, everything has a meaning. Many power to use our body as a tool. We may be able to exercise, but it has not been taught in public because this was taught by word to word, like a ninja, you know, ninja. Ninja is shugendo. Ninja is not like a cartoon. Ninja is a doctor, medical doctor, professors. Everything he has trained to learn. That's why you see only for cartoon ninja. They have hardship, many experience through nature. So they know how to survive of their lives. So real teaching is not from textbook. Through experience with trust people. Only I tell you because you are good. But don't tell anybody because this is sacred, not secret. If you knew without preparation, you die. You lose your energy and life. That's why when you are ready, you got experience, whatever you can do. You know, this is a way to learn every symbolism. Even you can go to internet, you can find it, but you cannot exercise. That is the only way to learn. Is not internet is only information though. Real way to learn is experience. That's why you have to go to the person directly who they know about what. That's why I visited Da Vinci's place throughout the world. Because I think Da Vinci is my friend, not historical famous people. I believe he is my friend because he is helping me. Really. I can show you why, but now, not now, today. This is the way of even simple things. You know, actually, I want you to share, please. Please.
Actually, I knew Professor Takahashi from 2009, and I knew his depth of knowledge and his depth of understanding in each and every concept. And when I was presenting a paper in Andhra University about the sleep learning, at that time with much difficulties, with only for the help of Professor Takahashi, I can able to present that paper and also can have a place in the seminar. From that time, I have many more experiments on the sleep and wakefulness, and also how sleep learning is influencing in the learning process. And after that, I knew that many more IIM students and IIT, they have also followed the principle after my publication of that paper. And the most interesting part always, Professor Ryo was telling to me, and also till today, that Santa, you are conducting experiments on sleep, but you have no time to sleep. And today also you can have the idea about how Sar has deep depth of understanding in each and every concept, for which always I used to respect him as my teacher. And in most of my analysis, I used to send him so that I can have a good criticism. And Sir always has emphasized on the points and facts which is to add and which is to describe and how to describe everything. Even if in my analysis on the ontological issues, always Sir has emphasized on focusing about on the disability sector also. So what I actually desiring to place for you, the students, that whenever and wherever you have anything to ask about any of your analysis in any of your paper, you can ask him, you can take his suggestions, you can take his advice, opinions, so that you can also proceed ahead. You can also reach the peak. And the way Sir has explained about the Buddhism, about the Buddhist philosophy, about the opening of eyes, that is the inner eyes, and the emotional intelligence, spiritual eyes and emotional eyes, and many more things about the Japanese culture and the old instruments and the ways he has expressed everything. It really was overwhelming. And sometimes I was comparing his analysis, his way of thought, his expression to my teacher, Professor Radhanath. Each and every class, Professor Rath was telling a story and telling one experience and finally concluding that this is this. I have concluded this. And Professor Takahashi also very well, very dramatically and also interestingly expressed all the ideas about the Japanese culture and the Indian culture, and also about the focusing upon the Buddhist philosophy especially. And I think it will be a great help to our our students and to also our faculties. And I, on behalf of myself and also on behalf of the CBS department, and also from the SS University at large, sir, convey my heartfelt gratitude to you. Also, I am thankful to Professor Girish sir, Professor Ryo Sharma sir, and also Professor Rekha madam, who have given so much of time to join in this orientation program. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much to my heartfelt congratulations to sir, and also to all of you. The students are also very good and very well arranged everything. And then I must thank all the students on my behalf and also on the behalf of the university to conduct this program very well. Now, if anybody has any question, you can ask Professor Takahashi, and I will not in between you and that.
Sir,
Please.
I have a question.
Yes, yes.
Yes, so sir, I heard about the Daruma doll. Does it has any contemplative background in the Japanese culture related to Buddhism? Because what I heard about is that it signifies that even when you fall through the hurdles of failures, you again get up and you never give up. So would you like to elaborate?
Good. You know Dharma, right? So
Yes, sir.
where it Dharma is a person from India. So he had a Zen for the period of time. And it was symbolized that he has been inspired by meditation. So that will be part of the culture of Japan through Buddhism, how we may be able to do Zen for overcoming hardship. So it was created, the Dharma doll, for fortune. They buy every year, then eyesight to see success. First of all, we see that one eye only, even for the election for the politician, they make a big Dharma doll and eyesight. Once they are elected, they put another eye as well to see completed every goal. Then afterward, they bring to that Buddhist temple to fire everything, to go on to heaven, to thank you. You know, usually it was a very expensive door. Why they do it mean we don't remain the physical things. We start from the beginning to be a very humble heart. So this is a symbolize. Each year we go to Dharma celebration, buy small or big doll, then pray to the fortune. Then next year we go bring to the Buddhist temple, fired, buy new one every year. So that is a kind of a symbolism of thinking of Dharma from India.
Okay, thank you, sir. Has anyone else want to ask any question to this, sir?
Yes, sir. Sir, so it's not a question. It's more like a clarification about one concept that I had. So I watched some documentary over samurais, as you said, and I got to know that samurais train really hard. Like you said, that they go through many hardships, and they finally become the warrior that everyone knows, and like they came to know about, like we came to know about them with those things. And katana is their weapon, and katana specifically is their weapon because katana is beaten until it is like fine, like it is a like extension of the samurai itself, because it has also gone through this hardship to become that strong, and so has the samurai. So that is why katana is only the weapon that is used by the samurai. How far is that true, sir?
I will show you another treasure. This is the wood sword. This sword. As I show you, this wood stone, this is very heavy, not just wood. This was used by Musashi Miyamoto, which is the founder of samurai. Ever Musashi Miyamoto. When he has never lose any teiko, not say killing each other, to practice. He has never failed. Last opportunity, one famous samurai tried to communicate with real katana, and this is used for boat going to on the ocean or carry. His katana is this. People think that the katana is stronger than wood, but his intent to kill partner. But what he did, instead of kill, he hit his head. He died. That means you may be able to use your laptop modern days, but you can use a slow computer. You think that the modern computer is faster, but the old computer has a more experience and knowledge. So that is a real samurai spirit. But how Musashi Miyamoto did this power idea? That is the Five Ring. It's the book of Five Ring. Please go through that after this session. Five Ring is the 5 kind of philosophy he has written, where he did write this one. This is where he did meditation in Kumamoto Prefecture, Regando. That meaning spirit, stone, cave. Last few months, he stayed in the cave, meditate, wrote final book of 5 rings. Even now, we use his theory for that Olympics 5 rings in Japanese, because the spirit should be used from samurai, not for sports. That's why even there are many athletes, but the spirit of Japan came from samurai. That's why understanding of a fundamental understanding of samurai is not a silver sword, but wood sword. So this is a kind of, going back understanding. What is a reality? You have to really go. Seems like you are muscle, big muscle, but real fight doesn't need big muscle. Meditation is the most important things to get idea how to do it. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Sir, also, sir, I would like to thank you for that journaling thing. I did not actually write something, but since that day, I have been recording whatever I wanted to do at night. Whatever happened throughout the day, I try to record it and tell and think about it and try to put into words. Since that day I'm doing it, and hopefully I'll continue it long time. Thank you, sir.
Good. Thank you. Hopefully, thank you. Hopefully, everybody, please, he's right, instead of me, because, he has a dream to spend the time with you. I'm already friend with you, but he has a dream He's 86 years old. I want him to have your message by reading his message. So he will be very, very, very happy. You know, this is my request for today's lecture, for my gift, if it's all right. Thank you.
Anyone else want to ask question, or shall we terminate the session?
And please write whatever you want in this for comment. And I will, as I talk to you, give me homework. Then I'll be ready for tomorrow.
Sir, one thing to say, sir. Tomorrow in this link also, we will start at 11:30, and I mean your time of here in this assembly.
Okay, waiting for this.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay,
okay.
I'm ready.
And
thank you.
I'd like to invite Harsh Bhaiya to give a vote of thanks on behalf of the students of DCBS to Ryo sir. Harsh Bhaiya.
Namaste, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your precious time. We all are grateful to you for taking time for us and giving us so much precious insights. The way you teach us by showing us the real instruments is very fascinating for all of us. And very rarely we find such interactive sessions. Also, the key point which you shared about the instrument, like we all have so many instruments with us, but we need to work upon that how we utilize them to the best. That was a key highlight for me. And on the behalf of all the students, I would like to thank you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
okay, sir. Thanks a lot. Namaste. Dia, anything to say?
No, ma'am. Harsh Bhaiya has done.
Okay, okay. Okay then. Thank you all. Thank you very much for today's performance.
Yeah, please send the record again. I will share with my student as well.
Okay, definitely it will be sent to you.
Profile. They are willingly to learn in English, to learn from India as well. So if it's all right, please go through to students to send a message. They have never been to foreign countries, but they really want to learn, to participate with you. Thank you.